In the old time, wild animals loved Ms. Byong, a nice daughter of Sray tribe's chieftain, very much. When hearing that Ms. Byong was going to marry Mr. Lang, a good chieftain of Lat tribe, the whole flock of elephant was very pleased. Elephants quickly came to attend the wedding. Unfortunately, when arriving current elephant Waterfall, they heard that Ms. Byong and Mr. Lang had died before they got married. Those elephants cried and screamed a lot. After a few days, they died and fossilized at the foot of the fall. Because of missing the elephants, the god of Lang Bying Mountain cried a lot during many days. His tear mixed with the stream to console dead elephants. Since then, this place has had the name Elephant Waterfall. Guanyin is the name given in China to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, revered in Buddhism. The value associated with this bodhisattva is compassion. The name Guanyin is a contraction of Guan Shi Yin, which means he who hears the cries of the world. Guanyin has vowed not to enter Buddhahood until all living beings have completed their enlightenment process and are freed from the cycle of birth, death, and reincarnation. In popular devotion, Guanyin rescues those who come to her in times of difficulty, especially in the face of dangers caused by water, fire or weapons. The Bodhisattva understands feelings of fear and responds to requests for help with her compassion, as merciful mother. Prenn Waterfall is located off Highway 20, at the entrance to Dalat City, one of the forest and streams ecotourism sites. The water flows from the cliffs with a height of more than 20 meters, falling white like a strip of white silk, that looks like the hair of the White Mao Fairy. Perhaps that is why some tourists call it Tiansa Waterfall. According to ethnographers, the name of this waterfall comes from the Cham language. Prenn means invasion area. This name comes from the rather persistent war of the ethnic minorities living in this land against the western advance of the Cham people. In this place, there is a small zoo, orchid garden, cabins, rock garden, a small cable car, and elephant, ostrich and buffalo rides. Prenn Waterfall has been recognized by the Ministry of Culture and Sports, and awarded a National Historic and Cultural Relic Certificate in 2000. The thing that distinguishes Datanla Falls from the other waterfalls is its unique Alpine coaster. With a total length of 2.4 kilometers, this system is the longest roller coaster in Vietnam, as well as in Southeast Asia. The Alpine coaster would take you through the pine forest to enjoy the beauty of the falls from above. Besides, you would probably have a wide range of choices for stimulating activities there, especially the thrilling games. Datanla Waterfall is a very nice waterfall, located in the middle of Prenn Pass. Here you will be blessed with wild nature. In the past, in this land often occurred wars between the Cham invaders and the local people. When the war was fierce, the troops were about to lose the battle, but thanks to the depths under the Datanla waterfall, protected and helped them to preserve their lives. They hide at the waterfall. Few people discovered under the deep pool that there is a large stream flowing year-round. They named the stream and the waterfall Datanla, which means water below the leaf, to remember a stream that saved their village of the invaders. The square was built next to Ho Xuan Hong Lake. It is one of the most famous destinations of Dalat because of its special architecture, such as giant wild sunflower, colorful glass-based artichoke flower bud. The sunflower is more than 18 meters high. The interior is a performing arts stage with 1,500 seats. Within the flower bud, there is a coffee corner, a beautiful bar to serve visitors to Dalat. On the outside, there is a view overlooking Xuan Hong Lake. You can go hiking, visit the exhibition, trade, entertainment or participate in kite flying, roller skating, with friends gathered at colorful fountains.